Everybody, welcome to Golden Guys. Just like Golden Girls, but without the sexual nature of it. So what we've got going on today is we've got a great show for you tonight. We've got Paul, our resident Sophia, is back with us tonight, and he brought a special guest, Miss Moira herself. So Moira's here to say hello to everybody.
Say hi to everybody.
You're live, Moira.
Hello.
So here she is. You know, this happy Thanksgiving. What Paul's thankful for is for everybody and everything we've done. But I'm thankful that Moira sent me a little package. So I'm going to open an A-OK before we get into Golden Guys. So Moira can go to bed soon. It's about that time. So I'm going to open this up. Now, like I said, Moira sent this to me last week. Hang on, rookie.
Is he opening it right now?
I am.
He's opening it right now.
Okay. And looks like Moira wrote a card. And I think, did you draw these hearts by yourself?
Did you draw those hearts by yourself?
And here it is. It says, I really miss you all so much, and you are the best uncle ever. And she drew Moira, me, good beard, Liz, Charles, the little crazy one in the corner, and Victoria, and the little dog over here. How very cool. Thank you, Moira, so much. This is very touching. Moira,
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Moira. Look at this. So this is now going on our wall behind over here. Cover up my newest original art, my original Moira McDougal presentation right there. Funny because I asked her dad for art one time and he still hasn't done it. But we got Knights here, so let's bring in Knights. Knights, how are you?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good, Mike. We are live right here.
Hey, Moira.
See my original art I got from Moira here.
Moira,
correct. So don't forget, we still have a few of the Dragon Heart boxes to go. If you guys can, I'll put the link in the chat afterwards, and I'll just show you what we've got going on right now. This one is, there we go. One Comic Core at Gmail. Yep, all parents, friends, and family. It is $39.99, and you get 7 Slab Dragon pedigree books, and they are really nice. If you watch the last Sunday show, we showed about 20 to 25 of them. I've showed about another 10 or 20 around. A lot of Alex Ross, a lot of Michael Turner, unbelievable condition. Some of the books were a little bit mind-boggling. We were putting these things together. We didn't really know what was in each, and then we just randomly show each other one that we're throwing in there. It was kind of not funny. We're like, oh, that's a good one. You know, some Nick Cardy in there, some David Finch. A lot of Michael Turner, but yep. So those are still available. If you're interested, just send it there, and then I'll get notified, and I'll be shipping them out. The first batch hopefully gets out this weekend. The post office said today that they brought those boxes. So they brought specific boxes for these. I gave them one empty box for them to do the 3 3/8, but they got it. So they'll all be getting shipped out there. So what else we got? Knight, how are you? Say hello to everybody. Everybody's got their kids. Mine are in bed, thank God.
Fiona wanted to say hi to Moira.
Moira, look at the TV.
They're saying hi to you. Hi, they're saying hi to you, Moira. See over there?
We've been thinking of you.
They said they've been thinking of you. Thank you.
So Moira, sorry, I'm back. Okay. Now Moira, I'm so happy I got this here. I'm going to keep this right here, okay?
Moira do that.
My original art here.
He said he's going to keep that right there.
Oh.
Going to be right here. This is so nice. And I thank you. She put that here. Love, Moira, and with Uncle JD and family. Nice. Very cool. So that's what this is about. Thanksgiving. That's what everything's about. We're going to get into Tony, you guys real soon.
Hi, Moira.
Hey, see who we got. in the
Use this
second.
hand so that if you can see.
Did you introduce yourself?
So a lot of people have been asking about that, and we're very thankful. Grateful for the community. Chris Barrett. Oh yeah, I might as well shout out the chat. I'll do that. I don't have my glasses on. We shout out the chat here. Comic Man Andy, beat Chris Barrett. Mr. Gretzky, beat Chris Barrett. Chris Barrett, are we okay? Tom's Collectibles. Chris Barrett. We can't have the show without Chris Barrett starting up here. Midwest Comic Man Ball and Chain's here. Midwest Comic Man's here. Comic Collection, where is Mr. Barrett? Too many comics. Look at this, having him here. Perry Comics, we knew he was lurking around, but I still haven't seen him at Bake. That Snake, Oregon. Yes, I sent you a message, Oregon Ween. Just send me that name and we'll get that all sorted. Alex the Homisaur. There's Chris Barrett lurking a little later on. There he is. Good 7 here. Bacon, everybody. And Mac Daddy also 09. Nice. Your beard is solid. Very good. Nice. We're complimenting you on your No Beard November. It's real good. You're going up against right now. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. That's from Mr. Rob Worth right there. Thankful in comics, rich and cash and poor. That's what happens here. You know, we always say if you want to be a millionaire in comics, start out a billionaire first, and you'll be just fine. So, let's start showing some stuff we might have picked up this week because we kind of have a topic and something else. Paul, why don't you show some stuff? It's been a while.
Yes, it has indeed. Well, one of them you saw because I picked it up with you, but it's great. Absolutely great. Russ Heath, All-American Men of War.
That's
A
nice.
classic cover. I just love that one.
Very good.
And then this one JD hasn't seen. I picked this up for about $4. It's Crime and Punishment number 4.
Wow.
Oh, I like
That's a
that.
good one.
Nice one. Crime and Punishment? Let me see.
Yep.
Oh, nice. That's Liv Gleason.
Yep. Charles Byer.
Yep. Hey, by the way, today is Lou Fine's birthday. He'd be 105 today. Celebrate Lou Fine. We're golden guys. So, very cool books. I picked up a little bit. I'll show one Silver Age, one Modern. Just I want to show you when we talk about photo covers. This is the one I said I wish I had. Somebody. It's weird that I didn't have it. Yes, it's a Buscema, but I just got to find him in the wild. But somebody did send it to me. He isn't a YouTuber, but
I love those.
yeah. And he also sent me what I said. He watched one of my interviews and we talked about Alf. Got to have that Alf. That's an important one. But what he mainly sent me was this lovely jumbo.
Ooh.
143. Bright colors. Cena on the cover. Elephant cover. Great job. 1951, I assume. Yep, 1951. So we're done in 50. Jack Kamen cover. Jack Kamen art inside. And Robert Webb probably did a bunch of the inking since that was at the time. Good book. Good jumbo. 6.0 graded. Thank you very much. Chicago White Sox fan is his name. White Sox fan. So there we go.
I got something I picked up.
Let's go.
So there's this
Oh, I didn't show one more thing, but I forgot about that. Go ahead.
there's this new comic coming out called Invaders, and it's interesting. It takes place in modern day, but they have flashbacks, and the flashbacks are, about the invaders, and they're usually take place in World War II.
Yep.
And the flashbacks are drawn by a guy named Butch Geist, and the modern stuff, I don't know who that is. I'm not sure, but I was able to get some art from that.
Nice.
So
Let's see that. Let me put you on the big screen. Sorry about that. I didn't show it in the big screen, but I'm learning. Oh, that is badass. That is really nice.
Slick.
Look at that.
really cool. Namor, wrecking a tank. And then this one's really cool.
Oh wow, that is cool. You got a nice Captain America shot right there.
Here's an
Nice.
Alan Mark.
Nice
Against
torch in the
Captain
back.
Nazi.
Yeah.
Captain Nazi, Captain.
And basically, the story is Bucky runs in and is like, "We got to get out of here. The bombers are coming. We don't have time." And so they're like, "Everyone out!" And then that guy in the bottom is like, "Wait, where's Namor?"
Yeah.
And then he goes searching for Namor, who's beating up some Nazi monster guy.
Nice.
The bombers come. They jump out. Right there.
That's real good. That's
And
good
then
work right there.
blows up.
Nice.
But yeah,
Excellent.
very reasonable price. I was amazed. And especially since I got all three, it worked out a deal. So
I ended up getting the Conan Buscema. There's two of these portfolio things I've always wanted. One is the Frankenstein, which I'm working on right now, and the other one's the Conan. It's fully intact, everything's inside of it, but why I like the 2000 limited edition one because they're signed in pencil. And it's all some great panels from the Conan Savage Sword, the stuff done probably 1979, 1978. Great stuff. I kind of keep it for now. I have a book for these things, but this is easier for me to just keep it out for Buscema until December 11th when I switch over to Wrightson at that point. So, cool stuff. Good. All right, so let's talk a little about what's been going on. So, Comics on My Mind. He says, "Sup, comic peeps, what's going on? Did anybody know what $1.26 million can buy you now? It
Yeah.
could have bought you 1.27 million, probably even higher, because I think that guy who paid 1.26 wasn't going anywhere.
yeah,
I think he was buying it no matter what it was, if it did break it. But it didn't break my over-under mark of 1.5, and I still think I still think it, while it did very well, it broke $1 million, let's be honest. That's a ridiculous amount of money for that book. It's the highest, obviously, ever. And now it's well on its way to being even higher the next time it sells. I'm going to throw it out there right now. The next time that book sells, it will sell for at least $500,000 more.
And
The Thunder.
I just want to add one thing. I mean, maybe my math is off, but if that guy lived in a state that charges 10% sales tax, I mean, is that $100,000 tax added?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So it could be up to, almost 15. Yeah, a lot. $1,500,000. Crazy.
So, yeah.
$1,500,000.
The Marvel one was one of the highlights. The Action 13. What did that go for, Mike?
Oh, I got.
You want me to do the share screen?
Is the video almost
Yeah.
over?
Yeah, we're going to be talking about this thing here.
Almost over?
Share.
Okay. Do share screen. We'll be right there. And then we're going to do the share screen for our weekly trip down there. So what else do we want to talk about? What was the other big books? There was an Action 13, the Action 1, Super Restored. Is that in this auction or is that comic? Let me see. I'm going to bring up the Comic Link one. Let me check out Comic Link because I know I'm bidding in a lot. Got a lot of bids out, not a lot of winning ones. Featured auction is underway.
Is that working? Is that?
Let's check it out. Nope, don't see it yet. Usually I see it right down here on the right side. So,
How about now?
check it out. Yep, here we go.
Cool.
All right, I'm going to leave it on.
All right, so Heritage. So I'm starting at the low side. I thought this was pretty reasonably priced for something. Maybe DS got this. That'd be cool. Are you able to see the price and all that?
Yeah, looks pretty good.
No, it looks like that's cut up.
Oh, if you can
I
make
can't
it
see the
bigger,
price.
yeah. You can't see the price, yeah.
Oh, you can't.
No.
Oh, that's weird.
I could make this the whole screen.
Not sure why that's doing that. On my screen, it looks different.
Yeah.
How much did it go for?
$2,600.
Oh, that's not too bad. What was the grade on this one?
That's not bad.
That is really weird. That's doing this.
What was the grade on it?
That's 7.5.
Oh, that's a good grade for that.
I moved it around a little bit.
Yeah.
Weird. It's not.
Let me take it
Sorry.
out.
Stupid StreamYard. I'm telling you. Not like we have any choice.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, now we're getting there. Looks a little better. All right, we'll just keep going.
Ah, it's cutting it off though.
Oh, it is? Okay. Well,
Yeah,
I
it's
can
like
try-
cutting off like a top stripe there.
Yeah. Let me try one other thing. Maybe this will work. It's weird. Okay. Yeah, we could try this. Gotta move this thing. Sorry.
oh, whoa.
My God. Here we go.
Infinity
Okay.
cover.
Okay, that
Hey, it
should
looks like
be-
it's working this time.
That should be working.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so that went.
Right. Okay, good.
That's
Okay.
a good price for that. Ooh, some LB Cole Hangman.
I thought that one a little low. 5,000.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know if that's low or that's.
But you know, it's,
I thought they would be higher, but
9.2. I mean,
yeah.
and we got this guy, first Submariner cover,
Right.
5,000.
Restored. Yep. There was that. Oh, that one I was shocked that didn't go higher.
Yeah,
Suspense 1. Yeah.
that almost seems.
I think it should be about 5 times. Like I would think that would be a $20,000 book.
Yeah. 7K.
I mean, this is one of those auctions that you're just going to look back and say, okay, this is a little bizarre, because
That's low.
that's $1,000 a point for one that's half of what we probably could have gone for. But a lot of reality,
Absolutely.
things have come back down to reality with this auction, and people are talking about this one for a while.
7. I think that's yeah. I mean, that seems right. I guess
There aren't that many of those Red Ravens, and
Yeah, that's
I
a
mean,
pretty.
if you have.
I just think if there were more people interested, it would have went a lot more. So
Yeah, the one thing about the one thing you were really worried about with the Red Raven is how hard it is to come by.
yeah,
How many are really? I've seen forgeries of those more than I think I've seen real ones. To be honest with you, so
this probably would have done better in a different setting, like a really high auction, like buy it now kind of thing at eBay, on eBay or something. There's some music coming through. I'm not sure.
there's Charles McLaughlin says hello, everybody. Chris Barrett, Bender is an invader. Nice. TJ says, "Nice, you are rocking that beard. Doing that November for sure."
I'm trying. It's annoying, but I'm trying. So we got 9,000 for this guy.
Okay.
This was a little high in my opinion. I usually don't see it that high.
That thing I thought was going to go higher myself. $10,800. I thought that would be a little bit higher.
Yeah. Wonder Woman always seems to go it just can't. If you had an equally desirable Batman or Captain America or something, it just wouldn't be as high as those.
Yeah.
This I thought was pretty high.
That
Well,
was high, yeah. And not the masks right now are ridiculous. So
there's that cover.
yeah, you know what? Try to find one. You know, no, DS is fine. He's just DS is back. He's traveling for the holidays, so over the river and through the woods. That whole thing. So yeah, there's the Wiz comics. That's first Captain Marvel, Wiz 2, 1, whatever you want to call it. I think that's about right where that book should be.
Yeah,
if not higher.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised if it went for 15
or 20 even. It's a 20,000. I mean, that book is really hard to come by.
I think this one's a little low priced.
Wait, what number is that? 6?
No, number 2.
2?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know why it's a 6.5 blue label. Should be about a $30,000 book.
Well, I feel a little bit with the prices having gone so high in the past 5 years. I mean, people are kind of picking their battles a little bit, and some books are missing out. I think, they can't buy everything.
Yeah. I mean, by the way, I'm saying 30,000 comparable to what else has been going on in the market.
Yeah.
But in reality, these are very high prices across the board.
This
trade that often. So
about right, I guess. Holocaust.
Yeah, it's about right. This one, I kind of thought this was going to be. Is this first? This is first Yellow Claw.
I believe so.
Not
the second one. No.
One.
It's the. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know.
There's a lot of them, so I'm trying to go quickly. Let's see, 4.0, 16. I think that's a little high, but it's because the spec on the movie.
Okay.
Seems more like a 10K
it's an old label though, so it might grade higher if they re-slab it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That does come into play.
Here's a conserved Action 7, 20.
For a conserved, so
yeah.
Meaning it's all still right there. It's just been restapled.
Yeah.
Is that what it says? Can you read that?
Spine completely split.
But reattached.
Something, yeah. It's hard to read.
It probably says reattached. That's what it means. Conserved to me is it's not restoration. It's conserved. I don't know how people feel about it because they're not really adding anything or coloring it or doing anything like that. What they're doing is they're just you're keeping the integrity of the book as best as possible.
That seems right to me.
Yeah, it's a good book.
It's too bad the number 7.
That's what is. What's that? Like his third cover?
I know Conserve needs more than that. TJ, I'm going to send you the invite. That'd be nice.
Here's that. I showed this last week. I was like, this might be a bargain. Nope, 22K. Very nice.
Wow, 22K, huh?
Covers. I feel like no, the Cabal won't let covers go for less than 10 or 15K. This seemed high. What do you think?
Let me see.
24K.
Yeah. How popular is it right now? It's ridiculous. I'm going to be honest with you. All this stuff with the mask is ridiculous. We saw it with those 1.5s with the tears written out of them going for $6,000. And then this thing goes for $24,000. This book is never... And there are higher grades, right? There are 7s and higher of these.
Yeah.
I mean...
This is I was surprised this one went for this high. But it is only slight restoration. I think it was like glue or something. I can't read that, but
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get hit with a resto on one of my books because it's glue. It's old tape that's become glue because it's from the 40s. You know, it looks glue on there.
well, I'm trying to figure out how to remove glue, so we could team up on that maybe.
Well, I don't know. I've got it. It's not in the. It's that Erie 17 right here.
I'd like to practice on something that has glue, but I wouldn't know
Yeah,
Or
this
something like
this
that.
is the book here. I mean, she's in great color shape and it needs a press, but the spine, it's fully intact. I don't even understand why the tape was put on it, but it just has tape right on the spine that's been removed by like an exacto. But it's
I'm sure we
fully
go
there.
from there. Oh yeah.
If I get a resto grade, it's going to be a higher grade, but it's going to have to be a press. But I bought the thing thinking it was about a 3, so I'm happy with it. But
Are you gonna
I bought it a
sell
while.
it?
No, I don't know if
Maybe
I find a better one.
Don't slab it then.
Yeah, I don't need it to slab. That's one of the ones I've had for a while that I've been saying, do I want to slab the vampires? It's on my list of ones to do, like this one. The Ken Ball covers, Dracula ones.
Is that up for Beyond the Unknown?
Yeah, that is Adventures into the Unknown. This is number 23. I have 23 and 25 is the one I want with the 3 of them together. The vampire. So, all right, that one 25 too. That's the
this Action 7 was slightly brittle, so
I
it
was
would have
gonna
been
say, that's a good price for that. Congrats to the buyer. I mean, I wouldn't. Brittle scares you, but it's slab, so you're kind of protected. But
and sometimes slightly brittle is not a big deal. Depends.
because sometimes just like the brittle,
it's like a little corner or something.
Yeah.
That's what you say. Brittle pisses me off. Slightly brittle, not so much.
Right.
I still try to avoid it. If I
You're
can.
still gambling a little bit, unless you know the book. But sometimes with these big keys, you can find someone who's actually had it before, and you can ask them, and they might have had it raw. That happened to me with a book I bought once, and they told me what they thought about it when they had it, and then I went and bought it. So
Yeah, I actually have my FF5 got a slightly brittle pages mark on it. Yeah.
surprising for Silver Age.
Yep. I was pretty upset about that one. Which one is this?
Kind of low, I'd say. Batman 1 conserved 1.8 for 25.
It depends on what's been
Yeah.
to protect the integrity of the book. That's what I keep saying. It's about the integrity and long-term preservation. I didn't really want to go into everything what it is, but
It's interesting. It says back cover married. As far as I can tell, that's what it looks like.
all right.
So it looks like conserved grade trumps the green label, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. If it affects story, doesn't, I don't know. I don't know about it. I don't think I could do it. I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I don't know if that's a complete book. I don't know. Hang on. There we go. We need to TJ.
It's complete, just married, but I'm just surprised
That spine is rough.
Yeah. I'd be proud if I got that, I guess. I mean, it's pretty presentable. Let's see. Oh, this, I would rather have that personally than this.
Okay, all conserved have to be done professional and very slight in nature.
Yeah.
So it's conserved is just it's one label. There's no conserved 1B or 1A or C1 or B1 or A1 like there is for the resto. So that's big.
It's also qualified though, because if there was no conservation, it would get a green label for the married couple.
Right. But there's been a limit to how much the work is done, and that's why I said part of when I said that specific repairs done to improve the structural integrity which is what I talked about, restapling
Yeah.
everything. It's hair seals, support staple replacement, piece reattachment, and certain kinds of cleaning. So, which could be the dry clean stuff, but using that special stuff that they rice paper or something along those lines. They call that, and they add things. So, but what's this? This is conserved as well. So, it's professional job, a 1/8. That's not a bad price for that, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I think somebody got away with
That's
it.
the bottom. You're not finding the Batman one at all for less than that.
No.
And this is a nice one for that price.
Yeah, you'll find pages that are going for something. So,
Chris
But
Barrett says he'd rather have the Tech 31 because it's a better cover. It is a better cover, but that's a Franken book.
Yeah, that's not you. God only knows what's real on this book.
yeah. First of all, I'm going to say it's a
I
nice
mean,
copy.
I'd rather have a poster than
I
this
mean,
thing.
Yeah. That's
When it gets to this point of extensive restoration, it's almost like having a reprint. I mean,
Yeah, totally.
There's a
'cause
really
there's-
nice
there's- there-
0.5 on the board, and the guy's asking 34,000 or 45,000 for the one on the 0.5 on the board that presents like a 2. I'm just saying.
I bet if this was a 9.6 conserved, it would be 50 or more, maybe 70.
But there's a limit.
That's
on what
true.
could be considered conserved. This one literally looks fake.
I know.
It doesn't even look right.
yeah, I mean,
I can't believe someone spent that much, and that's a lot.
It doesn't even look right to me. It's off. It just looks so far off because we've never seen one that nice before, and we shouldn't have ever seen one that nice.
Yeah, I'd love to see before and after pictures of that.
Yeah, I guarantee you that didn't exist
I mean-
there before. This is what the before was.
well, it's probably like the cover's probably made up of 6-7 different books.
Plus,
Drawn
yeah,
by Neil Adams, Wasn't born yet. So, I like this one.
32.
Yeah, great cover.
70. That's 70. That's the right one, right? First Aquaman.
Yep. First Aquaman and green.
Yep.
And green.
Okay, now that is a good price and an underrated price for that book. That book is very hard to find in good grade.
I'd say that. Yeah, it's gone down somewhat.
And I still think it belongs in the top 10 Golden Age hero books, first or whatever you want to call them, top 10 hero books. That's it, because I'm only putting, Tech 31 is the bottom of that run because it's not value, it's like importance, and this is a huge important book. I mean, the 4.5 going for 32,000. I mean, there's a 6.5.
I think that's a fair price.
There's a 6.5 for the first Aquaman, first Green Arrow, and of course, first Speedy the Heroin Addict. It is a 6.5 right now. That's current with a week to go at 16. Where do we think that's going to go? 6.5.
50 or more.
50. I think it's going to hit 50,000. Now,
I'd say 50 to 60.
yeah, there's a 6.5 currently out there. You can check that out. It's one of those I want to shout out there.
But imagine it would go for a lot more if they were on the cover, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, it's that whole Doctor Strange Tales 110
Yeah.
situation all over again, or even FF48.
That'd be a shame if you were a Green Arrow fan.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, well, I know he's in there, but I'm not going to be able to look at it. It's like,
Yeah, but at least Doctor Strange has Face Pop Pete on the cover to make it somewhat of a cool thing.
Now there's been controversy. So this is what happened this past week. But in August, look at that price. See the difference?
Wait a minute.
Now,
So
do you
this
think
is
the
this
August
week.
price was
This is this
overpriced, or do you think someone got a bargain with this one?
A lot of people think this is not real. Like, there's no way.
Is Shield bid on?
Fake or, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's interesting because I don't know.
Yeah, that book should not be $90,000.
I don't think so. Yeah, because
No, it should.
So yeah, and I checked the numbers, and they're different books. And then so this is the one. Let's see, I have it in here. So in May last year, this is the last sale of the 98, 38,000. So 1 year goes by, it should not triple.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it could be some rich guy, but it would have had to been two rich guys fighting.
Let me shout out some people in the chat who just showed up here. JP's Budget Collecting, Comics for Thomas, Tech 31 Kid. We had a lot. We showed a lot of Tech 31. Wait do you see that 9.6 piece of
Ben, hey Ben.
Boy about sevens here. JP's Budget Collecting. We said TJ. We talked about there and there. We got Submariner. Oh, that we went into that one.
This is a 9.0.
That's the Larson one.
84. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, Larson.
Larson
That's
Pedigree
the-
9.0 old label.
Yeah, that's a big boy book.
Now, to me, it looks like
Yep.
there's Rusty Staples on that, but maybe not.
I'd have to look at it. I mean, I've heard. I mean, if it's rusty, it's one. If it's brown, but it's not rust, it's just copper. I mean, because we got to think of what year that was. You know.
It's just surprising.
It wouldn't surprise me with the Larson copies.
But was it a one staple?
Lot of the
Or was that a
Larson
one or
ones
two
had-
staple?
Two Staples.
That's a two staple one. Okay, that was what I was going to ask. All right.
Are other Larsons?
A lot of them have either rusty staples
Paul Boy,
or some of them
I
have
knew
some foxing because they were stored.
Interesting.
They were stored in a much more moist environment than, like, say, the Mile Highs.
Huh.
I mean, some of them they found. I read an article where they talked about some lost Larsons that they found later, and they had been stored in a barn. I mean,
Oh,
you know,
A Larson copy. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a pedigree to get. I mean, it's a tough one. Everybody has their favorite pedigrees. The Larson one is it's rare because I don't think there's more than one of any one book.
And you never know.
yeah, he had only one copy of everyone.
Right.
And this is an old label. It could be, maybe the rust happened after. Could have been
That was
stored
decent.
improperly.
The Series 1 and Series 2 slabs, not Series 2 there's 2A and 2B, but the 2A and Series 1 weren't meant to last that long, apparently. I asked them, and they says, yeah, maybe about 10 to 15 years. And I'm like, well, we're at that.
Yeah.
We're at that for sure on a few. I know I've got one or two old labels left. Got Old Tomb of Dracula. So.
And I think a 9.0 of this, even if it wasn't Larson, would be up there.
Yeah, I think 84,000 is good, but
I have the Overstreet. Let me check.
right, Tech
Yeah.
brought it up. Yeah, Larson's had the best story. I think that's a great one. We should probably talk about the Larson pedigree one time. I'll bring that up as a topic one time. We'll go over some pedigrees.
So the in the latest Overstreet, it lists that as a 90K book.
It
So
does.
perhaps the staples are affecting the price. Because usually these things go for more than the Overstreet.
I'll be honest with you. Rusty Staples is a big no with me. Huge.
I think it depends. If it makes it possible to own the book, it might be worth it. And you could always.
The book is going to be dying twice. It's going to be dying. It's dying a slow death as it speaks.
Or you could remove the staples.
Yeah, you can try something like that. That's one of the fun parts.
There was a conserved 7.5 cap 1.
Oh,
And so this conservation, staples cleaned. 96. Okay.
that's a great price for that book.
All I did is clean. Yeah, if all I did is clean the staples, that's a bargain.
That's
Yeah.
a bargain.
I mean, look at how nice that looks. I mean, it looks amazing. You'd never think that was a 80-year-old book.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was waiting to see.
114.
That's right in line with what we said. We said we said in between 100 and 120. So
This book is just
It
it just never goes
so
for
much
below
more.
100K.
it will never be below
For
100,000.
1.0, that's got to
But look at
That's
that
got
one.
great cover appeal
Look
for
at that one. Yeah. That
I
is
wonder if you could clean that. You
amazing
know?
stuff. That's a bargain for that.
You think
Congratulations.
you could clean that? They probably tried already, but
I wouldn't touch
it
that.
could be cleaned.
Yeah.
6.0. So a 6.0. So less. This is
Just
less.
because of a color of a label.
Yeah.
A color
30.
label.
Wait, what was that? So yeah.
A 7.5, which is VF. What is that? VF. It's VF, right?
I don't know.
7.5 is a VF. Very fine, right? I guess. I don't know my number grade.
I think so. Yeah.
36,000 more for a lower grade.
And a
Just
6 was a fine.
People cleaned.
You're going a 6.5, very weak 6.0 price cap one.
Although
But
that's a nice looking 6.0, I have to say.
that is a good looking 6. I mean, it's dirt on the top. It's got burn marks on the side over there.
Yeah, some
Could
kind
have
of
seen some action. We don't know. We've seen some action. These were overseas. A lot of them were carried around. We don't know. But this conserved one that just has the staples cleaned, that's a bargain.
And I think they've adjusted the color a bit on this one, this 6.0, because if you look at the blue in the background of that label, it's a little bit more vivid in this one than this one.
That could
So
just be sun or
it's nice looking as it's probably more like this than you'd think,
okay.
but crazy. I mean, it's
Very fine minus, yeah.
and that's off white. I think they're both off white. Yeah, both off white. I would certainly
I'd take the 7.5.
Yeah, I would take this, and you can buy a 4.0 Amazing Fantasy. I'd take
the remainder.
4.0
Yeah.
Amazing Fantasy for the price of that one.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know. It depends. If it cleaned the staples, it could mean that there is rust migrated onto the pages on the inside. But, I mean, you'd have to open it up.
Yeah, you'd have to open it up.
Okay, this is a nice one. That's really nice.
Can't go wrong with that.
132. I mean, you'd think it would be.
That's right.
This is essentially the Marvel one, because the Marvel one was a 8.5, and they've, pressed it or whatever they did to get it up to the grade it is. So it just shows you how much more a Marvel one could be than something like this.
Well, I have a quick question about that. This book is it the highest grade first appearance?
No, I don't think it's the highest graded.
I know there's higher grades of some sensation, not of 8, but.
But I mean, that's a lot of money. And again, you're gonna pay what 13,000 sales tax if you're given a state that's 10%.
Yep.
2.0, 150.
Beautiful looking book.
Let's see what that other one. Okay,
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Bam. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd take the cheaper one.
No. If I had that kind of money to spend that on a book, I'd buy the one for 150.
Well, if that was all the money you had.
Well, yeah, I'd rather have the 150 one. Look at the tears right at the halfway, just
I don't know.
horizontal on the book.
You could buy a lot for $36,000.
Yeah, but at that point, if I'm spending this much money on a comic book, I'm not giving a rat's ass. I'll probably have blown half of that up my nose when I was buying that thing.
The Art Deco at the bottom there, under that,
It's not
the oval is really cool. I have to say, it's a very classic cover.
Yeah.
This I thought was.
Wait a minute. What?
But somehow surprising.
I said it would be. That's exactly what I said it would be. Was 150,000. So.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right in line where it should be.
I think it's deserved because that's kind of a rare book, but at the same time, it's a little. Most people would just think of Captain America as being worth more than that,
right?
And it's not. So that's interesting.
There are more Cap ones than there are Wizards.
Yeah, absolutely.
And especially in a good grade. There's the baby.
And then bam.
1.26 million for the pedigree.
And there's a lot of speculation that it would have gone higher if there wasn't the shenanigans of it being an 8.5.
Right, because the clean, the pressing, and everything else. That is it still a part of the pedigree because you've altered the pedigree, and that's one of the rules of a pedigree is that you do not press and clean pedigree books usually. But it has been done, and it's not like you're knocking it. There are certain pedigree people who get pissed off if you do.
I think it doesn't matter.
Some highlights just right now. I just want to go over right now. There is that fun 70, more fun 73. That's a 6.5 that's out there at Comic Link right now. There is a restored first Captain America 1 for about 16,000. It's an 8.0 restored. Restoration looks pretty professional. There is a Great Tech 33. Sorry for all you 31 fans out there, but a Great Tech 33. It's a 3.5, currently about 15 and change. That I think should hit the 25 mark easily. It's a Tech 33. I think it should hit.
What auction house is that on?
But this is Comic Link. I'm going over first. They have a lot of action and fair, but one of the Captain America ones they have is the classic Holocaust one that we just talked about, a 46. They have a 7.0 out there currently at 12,000 and change. It's really cool.
How much longer till that auction ends?
7 days. We have a week from tonight. And then 2 weeks from tonight, that Jack Kirby original art's going to be up. Yeah, it's a Thor. It's a title splash to Journey to Mystery.
And I didn't take a picture, but that Neil Adams Joker cover from Batman.
600.
600,000.
Yeah. Currently, right now, with 13 days to go, there is a Tech 29 and a 5.0 blue label. Current bid 76,000. There is a Batman 1 blue label. I'm gonna try. I don't think I can share internet screens. Can you? Or
yeah.
Let me see if it works. But I don't have 2 screens, so I can't do it. Sorry.
You can't?
I only have 1 screen. So I don't know if I can do it.
I only have 1.
All right, let me try it. I'll try it because it's pretty good what I'm going after right here. All right, share screen. Okay, here we go. Can you guys see it?
Not yet. Where are you, Paul? This is a different place for me. Are you in the hospital?
It's the same room, but I'm moving the office downstairs, and we're putting Moira up here so we can keep a better eye on her.
Oh, okay. Is that like a bed, or it's hard to see?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a bed, and we put a bed rail on it because she's got the continuous IV pump overnight. We want to keep it from falling out of the bed.
Nope, we have those Dragon Heart boxes. We're going for 39.
I don't know how you do it. I'd be losing my mind.
And I'll show up. Can you guys see this Batman now?
I drink heavily.
Yes.
Okay, so we have right here is beautiful Batman 1 in a 4.0. Current bid 93,000.
Oof.
Excuse me.
Let's
Let's just show the big boy here.
Whoa.
That is a Superman 1 CBCS right there.
The Franken
extensive amount of pieces added.
You know what I heard once? Not that long ago.
Yeah, this book, don't want it. It's pretty much Frankensteined up pretty good.
So what do you guys think of this?
I mean, I love how they look, but they're Franken books.
I heard maybe
it's up for sale.
A year or two ago, people were talking about once the Chinese understand that they can make lots of money, you will see counterfeit versions of this stuff that you'll never be able to tell or whatever. What do you guys think of that? I don't know much about the Chinese. I know I bought my wife a fake Prada bag once, but I don't know if they can fool
comics.
me.
So here's one here. Did you guys
That's
see this
amazing.
action? This is the one I would love of all the books we've seen today. This is obviously the Marvel one, but this is the one action I thought was really cool. It's beautiful, blue label, 102,000, and I still think that's a great deal. I figured it would be over 100. I think it would be close to.
Is that the highest graded?
Yes, and the ad for Superman 1 is in there as well, so that's always a fun one. Now, see what else we got in this auction here. I went over the more fun. There's an 8.0, something you will not see. There are still 15 days left on this one, and I'll show you here how I can actually show the max size on this one.
I would take this for way cheaper.
This is a nice book. I mean, this is an 8.0. This is rare.
Yeah, that's nice.
You got to understand, it is a Dr. Fate there, but it's origin and first appearance of Aquaman, first appearance of Green Arrow and Speedy. Not much more you can say than that. It's just a classic book right there. One of the highlights of this auction for sure. Look at a few other ones here. We did see this one. This was pretty extensive. I'm not really interested. This one was pretty good. 9.4. I've never seen it. Have you? Edgar Church. That's my copy. Classic Everett cover.
That's cool.
This is good. And I don't know when this is coming up
That's
for.
cool.
Right now, you can buy it for $13,000.
It's funny, they talk about Everett always being late and being such a jackass, but he did so much work. It's hard to believe that.
Yeah, people didn't like working with him. That's all.
He must not have been a slacker, though.
No, they just didn't like working with him. You know, people don't like. I mean, people probably don't like working with me.
Well, he was a drunk. I mean,
Well, yeah.
And he was a rich drunk.
He was very wealthy. Yeah.
He was like, I don't need your damn money, so you can't bully me into doing whatever the hell you want.
So this is that. I want to show this so you guys can see
That's
how
awesome.
beautiful this book looks. I think this is the highlight.
Yeah,
right
great cover.
there. I mean, other than that action, this tech is just nice. So, all right, want to do our next part here since we're done with the auctions?
Can you put on me real quick?
Yeah, we're gonna go right on you.
I want to show one thing to you.
You want to full screen you?
Yeah,
Okay, go.
just for you, JD.
You're opening it. You're opening up. Look at this. He's opening up an ad 13.
And
And there's the ad for Superman 1. See? That's good. What year is that? That's 39?
39, June.
June of 39. It's the best cover. Congrats.
Thank you. It was expensive.
I'm sure it was. It's an Action 13 for crying out loud.
But you know, have you ever? You could take the screen off me, but have you ever? Has this ever happened to you where you miss out on like a few, where you're like, all right, I'm gonna go for this, and then you're like, oh, that's too crazy, I can't, and then like you just keep missing it, and it makes you want the book even more and more and more and more. That's kind of what happened with me with that action.
Yeah, there's one or two. There's one that I fought for forever. I wanted the one I wanted. It was my House of Secrets 992. You know, I wanted it a certain way. I know it's not the same style, but
What's so special about it?
I wanted one for the grade. I wanted one that presented really, really high for the grade. I was a little bit. I didn't want something that had marks across it here, and also I didn't want to pay what the outrageous prices were going for at the time because I missed the first time. So I figure, what's something that if I were to say it's called like the investment grade, I said 7.5 or higher, would be the one that I would start with, at least where I can get a cover that looks really good. And I think it's undergraded. The guy who got it graded said it was undergraded. I think it's a fair grade because I'm a hard grader and I'm not upset with the grade. I think it's fine. So I like it. Exactly what I wanted. So that's something what you like, but that's fun. first. Actually, for who did appear first, Aquaman or Green Arrow? It's Aquaman, right?
Well, same issue.
No. In order in the story, it's.
Oh, I don't know.
I think Aquaman's the first story. Dr. Fate's the second. Green Arrow and Speedy, I think, is the third.
Well, it doesn't mean you have to read it that way.
Oh, well, okay. There you go. Who got page one billing? Yeah. Somebody
Dr.
open it up. Let's read
Was
that
one a
there.
4-pager? Was one a 6-pager?
Yeah, we got to look.
Ooh, that's a
We
good.
go to Grand Comic Database for that. Shout out
Are
to
they
them.
equal in pages?
Nice.
I'll look that up.
That's how you know who's important in a book.
Well,
Because if they get a
Aquaman's
6-page story,
origin.
they're more important.
And that's Aquaman's origin story, right? That's
Oh.
both his parents and
Yep,
origin.
and
That's a big deal with that book. So I think
Yeah.
Aquaman would be
reading
bigger.
it's
I think
just
it's
the
an
first
Aquaman.
appearance.
I think it's got to be considered an Aquaman book first. Then a Dr. Fate book. You got the cover.
I'm looking it up. Here we go. All right, so we go. First story is Mr. Who. Okay, Dr. Fate, 10
Dr.
pages.
Fate.
Then we got a Green Arrow,
Oh wow! How many
At
pages?
8 pages.
Wow.
Then we have
No, you do, Chris Barrett. Green Arrow was first. It looks like.
a Radio Squad, 8 pages.
How many
Then a
pages?
Black
72.
Knight, 8 pages. Ooh, it's not looking good for Aquaman.
No, never does Aquaman get anything.
No, it isn't.
Then 8 pages of just crap, and
Nope.
then
Nope.
Vanishing Menaces. Oh my God, where is this thing? Okay, maybe it's weird. They don't. Okay, Aquaman is the final story at 8 pages, so it is the same amount, but yeah, it's the last one.
It was Dr. Fate was first because it's his book still.
I'd like to check that out. I'm gonna have to find that and take a look at it. It sounds interesting. Unnamed Father. There's some Nazis in it apparently, so that's interesting.
Well, do you want to go over the?
Well, it is a little late, so
Oh, it is late. Yeah, it is Thanksgiving week. Next week we'll come back and we'll do the weekly stuff. I want to go over the Moira boxes again.
didn't you have a Comic Connect as well? Or
Oh yeah, I was doing Comic Connect at the same time. I'll show that screen again where that's where that big one was. Sorry. Let's go this way.
are you guys watching The Mandalorian?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty good.
It is good. Now let's see what else we got. They have coming up on this auction here. So that's the big one here. I'm glad I logged out. So
Can you explain Moira's name? Origin? Can you do that, Paul?
What?
Her
How she
name-
got the name Moira?
Yeah. I'm just curious. It's I never met anyone named.
All three of the kids we have together, we used traditional Celtic Scottish names.
Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool. So it's a very old. I want to say, I feel like Celtic. Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
the original art stuff that's for sale is pretty impressive. But I used to be able to just sort by price highest first. All right, there's your Action 9.4. This is the one I wanted to bring up.
Whoa.
This is the single highest graded Action Comics. Restoration includes everything.
Extensive again.
A5, professional but extensive, white pages. So go figure. It is whatever it is, and the current bid is $167,000. Their belief on this book was it would go for well over $1 million, and everybody said you're crazy.
I don't think so.
I don't think it's going to break anything close to that. I think they overdid this one. This is an example of don't apparently this book wasn't that bad, but the Restorer is making a name for himself, and he certainly did. I mean, it's a well-known book. Seems really good.
If
Next
the
one is
restorer wants, if the restorer wants that much attention, he should post before and after pics.
I did want to show this, if you're interested. That's a pretty impressive book right there. For all you Batman fans, right?
You know, that reminds me of, because there's a lot of debate, Cap versus Batman 1, what's the better? But now that Wiz has eclipsed Cap, I'm curious what you guys think. If it was highest graded Cap versus highest graded Wiz 1, what's worth more?
Cap.
Highest Cap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a 9.8
Cap.
because I know there's a 9.8 Cap, and I know there's not a 9.8 Fawcett.
yeah, I agree.
You know, because I know the Cap is the 9.8. I've seen the 9.8. Well, I've seen pictures of the 9.8. I've seen the 9.6 at C2E2. So here's one here. This is it. Oh, okay, here you go. This first Wonder Woman, 5.5. All right, we've seen a few auctions where a few things. This has got 12 days to go, 54,000. I think that's
It's gonna
good.
go cheap. It's gonna go cheap.
Okay, that's a great book. I mean, that is dirt cheap for that book right there.
There's been a lot of them. A lot of them have come out since the movie.
8.5 for, and then we're into the silver. Oh, nice Adventure Comics. See, this is what drives me nuts. Is I really want Adventure Comics 34. This is a beautiful Sandman. This is a classic. 42 is up there with one of the best. Second Sandman cover. This is the Edgar Church copy. This is the Mile High. This is the Mile High Sandman book that they talk about. This is easily the highest copy in the census.
How much time does this got?
This same time, 12 days, currently 14,000. The single highest graded one. This is up for auction right now. This is a classic cover.
That's got to be rough if you're a millionaire, you know, to have the first Heritage, then Comic Link, and now this. Oh.
Yeah. It's great for us to watch because Comic Link is a week before they close, and then we've got the following week we've got this. Here's a page from Action Comics 1 going for 14,000. That's
That page, right?
But
One of the best?
it's a specific page. It's the scene.
It's probably the best page, right?
It is the best page. It's the one everybody wants. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I personally, I would rather take that coverless Wiz 1 over that.
I wouldn't touch this. I don't touch single pages.
Cool.
I think we're into the silvers. And no, here you go. It's a good one. 9.4. If you like this cover, this is another Edgar Church that's up for auction right now. I'm not crazy. I just don't like this cover.
Yeah.
I'm kind of action, kind of yeah.
I mean, black covers are cool, but and Mile High is cool, but
Yeah.
that cover, eh.
Yeah, and Black Cat 50. That is a River City copy.
No, I know. Oof.
I know it's currently 11,000.
Rat City. Why do they call it Rat City?
River City.
Oh, River. That's a rat. Okay.
That's
Rat City would be cool.
Yeah. Cap America 3 signed Joe Simon and
Oh.
Stan Lee.
That's pretty good. You don't get Joe Simon. There's not many Joe Simon verified.
CGCs, right? And,
Although over time, CGC is gonna do the signature thing.
but the significance of this Captain America being signed is that's the first Stan Lee published work for Timely. Also, it's a kick-ass Alex Schoenberg book. It's just a great cover. I mean, the reason why this is the best Captain America book when I go over with everybody says there's no better. It's not the one of him punching Hitler. It's the one that stays to the comics. And you've got Bondage, you've got everything there. You got Cap Shield is right there in its glory. Stan Lee's first work.
Well, there's no way that's better than Cap 1.
It's just an opinion thing. I like this shield. I don't like the other shield. I don't like the Timely
Cap
shield.
1 wrecks this thing.
The red skull on the cover of this one. The Bondage.
I agree. It's the number 2 Cat book.
It's a big one. I love going over this because I love throwing wrenches in the engine. Some original art. If anybody's interested, I take a size Gil Kane. And by the way, that's not right. That's not the cover. The 201. Oh, it is the cover for 201. That is the cover for 201. Yeah, that's the Gil Kane. Yeah, it's Buscema, then Gil Kane, then go back to Buscema on that one.
Hey, wait. Go back to
What?
those Amazing Fantasies. I saw one that was like super like blurred and kind of beat up. I'm just curious if that was on there. Is that one going for?
This is a 2.0 going for $8,000.
Now is that the one that's all beat up and blurry?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. See, I wouldn't do that. Come on.
Look at this piece of shit.
I mean, well,
There's
I mean,
poop on it. There literally is poop right here.
if you had it, I wouldn't call it a piece of you know.
Sorry, if you're bidding on
kudos to you for having it, but
you have a 2.0.
I wouldn't want to go after this personally, just because you could just wait till there's a better one, you know.
Right, and that's one of the things you can always do. You can hold out and sit there. It's not like this. You're not going to find another Alex Ross cover.
How much was that?
$7. That'll go for higher eventually, obviously. But that's where they're from Comic Connect. By the way, that's only just original art, and that, if you didn't notice, that's not all the Golden Age they had. They do it a little differently there. They do it alphabetical, to be honest with you. It's a little different. So when you do it by this, you have to go to price highest first. You want to search and view the top, let's say 200.
I love that book.
And right away, first one off the bat is A-Tech.
If you could get a detective that wasn't 27, which one would you go for?
31.
Yeah. Okay, if it wasn't 31 and it wasn't 27, which one?
All right, 29 then. That's
think
the only three I'd want. That's about the only three I'd want.
I might take the 33. Just because that has his origin in it.
Yeah, it's a good book. Okay, here's another tech one. Is 38. Is Boy Wonder.
29's a better cover though.
Yeah, this is restored, moderate to extensive. Up is Tech 8. Great covers there. Paul, didn't you just do something?
Great Flesso cover.
On Mr. Flesso recently? Didn't you just put that out there on the comic book?
Yep.
Very cool.
Yep.
Tech
And he did those great covers with the light like that.
Mm-hmm. Here's Al Filstein's prom date. Johnny Craig decapitation. What do you think? I'm not into it. It's a Gaines file copy, so it'll go for higher, but it is what it is.
I'd take one for 500.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, here's a nice Flash though. It's Silver Age. I like that book. Oh, it's one of those Flash. Oh, here's Daredevil 1, Lev Gleason. I think this is an underrated book, but there are a lot of them because it's Lev Gleason. Would you agree with that?
I don't see it for sale very often.
I've seen him come up recently. I think this 7.5. I didn't think it'd hit 10 grand, but it could be, but not much more than that.
It's cool, but
I don't think it's gonna. I mean, 10 grand is about where this book should be right now.
Yeah.
Considering where all the other ones are and everything else, I still say it's a good book. $10,000 is a fair price for that book. What's Overstreet say? 8 grand? Yeah, I might be a little low on that 10, but whatever. Oh, there's a Famous Funnies. That's what I wanted to see. No, that's not the. That's the Frazetta Buck Rogers. You see this? One of my favorites right here.
It's a great one.
It is. Such a good book. And when you see Frazetta do Buck Rogers like that, you just realize how great it was. And it was, it was, and I know people say that this is Silver Age. It's not to me. It's still Golden Age.
Is that Daredevil Battles Hitler and is that the number 1?
Yep.
Overstreet
Yes.
says 9.2 should be 24,000.
Well, this was a 7.5.
A 7.5. Well, it says a 8.0 should be 9,500.
Yeah, so I would say 10 grand for a 7.5. Rama Tut.
I feel like that book isn't as in demand as a lot of the other ones, though.
Here's another crime and suspense. Here's another one of these. Jack Davis, Jack Heyman, the Jacks, the hanging cover. I'm a big Jack Heyman fan. All the jungles and jumbos I have are his. There you go. Here's another famous, funny. It's another Frazetta Buck Rogers number 209.
Oh yeah.
This one. I don't know if anybody's familiar with. This is one of those that I think was played as one of the top 10 sci-fi covers of all time.
Really?
Yeah. I was reading on something where
I like the previous one better.
I do too, and this is one that always gets the credit. I guess it is. It's free. Again, this is 1953. Great book. If you ever see these,
if you had the Gerber guys, you could break it out.
Yeah, we got the Gerber.
Maybe we should get you a birthday or a Christmas present.
There's Exciting Comics 41. There's a Shombi. Nice 8.5 copy, by the way. Highest graded.
Pretty good
one. That's currently going under 2K. I'm telling you, they're not giving a lot of credit to Exciting Comics.
Well, there's another one where he's attacking a plane, and I think it's better. So I feel like that one's the second best.
Okay.
So I see why they're doing it.
I don't know if you've ever seen this book. This one's very hard to find.
I see why they're saying 209 is the best because that's his first one.
Right.
I like 211.
Oh,
okay. Against the wall.
The Buck Rogers one, yeah. This right here, if you want to take a look, Four Favorites, number 10. This is a famous Hitler cover here.
Oh. They
just hate this book.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, this is Harvey Kurtzman through and through.
That is brutal. Jesus.
It is. Gets really crazy what's going on. This was easily one of the. This is 1943, right? Yeah. Story behind this book is if you see it, you find it, you keep it, you do what you got to do with it because there are few and far between.
I have never seen that, I have to say.
Never
noticed. But
so Value on it is pretty scarce because there aren't that many. Tied for second highest graded. There aren't that many. Current bid 1,300. I expect this to skyrocket through that. I've already put a little watch tag on it. And then that's about it for those books. And we went over Comic Link already, but that's pretty much what they have in the auctions right now. Let me switch this back. First met Groot in 1960. You know what? Chris Barrett might be hitting the nail on the head because I kind of think the Golden Age is a little bit past. It doesn't have a hard cutoff because not everybody followed the same suit. I think Marvel's Golden Age, walking out of the Golden Age is, adding the Human Torch back or FF1, whatever. I don't know. It's just a different time. So anyway, that's about it for tonight. Tomorrow night we've got the Wednesday show, and don't forget those Moira boxes. The Dragonheart boxes are still available. Let me look at the banner here. I'm just going to put this out here before I close.
Are you going to do another auction again?
I don't have time to do that right now. It's the silly season.
That's true.
There are auctions always running on the channel. So,
well, I mean, for
this channel, somebody else. No, I don't know. Nobody has approached me. Maybe we'll take a look at that. I can't run another one from here. I just got to get this holiday. You got this silly season over with. I'm hosting every holiday. So, and Paul, I don't have enough space for everybody. You know what I mean? I got all her family coming in, and I don't have. Paul's been in my place. It's big enough for us and a few people, but I don't allow anybody to come to this part of the house. Anyway, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
So you're saying everyone come to your house for Christmas?
Oh, boy. Everybody remember, eat your bird, and this is just like Golden Girls without the sexual innuendos. See you guys later.